right, so as I was saying, man, like I said, we had a lot of technical difficulties today, a lot, but we finally got it going. So um, instead of what we were going to talk about, you know what I'm saying? I want to do that with but everybody on here because I think everybody got different opinions. But I mean, I think we should just kind of talk about, the conviction of George Floyd's killer, and our outlook on things as far as what it's going to be, how you feel like it's going to be going forward. Your opinion on what everything is now, that type of thing, man. Just see what everybody's thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was a big milestone in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The first time somebody done ever actually got convicted for something that done done to one of us, as far as when it comes to this type of situation. Um, Hopefully, I'm hoping that what I'm saying, this opens eyes, and maybe we can get some more help going forward. I mean, it is the one time that, in my opinion, I'm not gonna say that we stood together, but I'm gonna say that we continue to fight together, if that makes sense. Um, since we've been having all these, unlawful killings of black people by police officers, um, you know, and what kind of messed me up, is right after the conviction came out, and the next thing you hear about is a young girl getting killed by a police officer. You know what I'm saying? All because, and she was the one that called the police. She had a knife because she was getting gamed, and she was fighting, and the fight ended up running towards the police officer. I watched the video. That's why I'm saying that. The fight ended up making its way towards the police officer, and the police officer instantly pulls out and starts shooting. Shot her 4 times in the chest. A young girl too. I can't remember exactly how old she is, man. But the fact that he didn't even take the time to even diffuse the situation or see what was going on, it just, what I'm saying, it goes right back into everything that's been happening. You know what I'm saying? We had a few seconds of yay, cheers or whatever, and then the next thing you know, we right back in the same boat. I mean, what's y'all take on that situation?
When I was following the case, right, I'm looking at how the defense is, asking questions, how, both sides are asking questions of, different specialists, different cops, different sergeants, different, just everybody. And it seemed like even on the defensive side, but a few, you still had everybody pretty much on the same page. Even cops were like, nah, that's not how we do things. That's not normal procedure. You feel me? So that mixed with us just seeing what happened, like we saw it, and just to see something that awful, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen anything that awful. We usually see like flashes, pow pow, you did. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We saw the life like slip out of somebody, and we saw it. We saw this man just so nonchalant. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was really on this white man shit. Like, if a white privilege, if a piece of a video was white privilege, that was it. Because in his mind, I'm on this dude neck for this long. There's no way I'm going to prison. He was just so nonchalant about it. You see what I'm saying? And he was just like, and him just digging his knee, more into that man's neck.
Did you notice on the video where he actually had his whole foot off the ground? Like, so this man had his full body weight sitting on this man's neck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. If you ask me, man, it was just too much, man. Ain't no way you can say no. And then, if anything, if that wouldn't have happened, man, you told that bitch down. You see what I'm saying? This motherfucker would have got told down. So that's it. But man, that case today, dude, it was like, okay, we went through this, man. We got over this trauma. Okay, he's guilty. Let's wait for the sentence. Let's pump the brakes. Let's slow down, see what happens after that. You feel what I'm saying? And so then we're going to go forward with what happened today. So the same day that this man gets convicted, a 60-year-old gets gunned down by another cop. So with this second thing, I try not to think of my emotions, because I think with black folk, man, we get too emotional at times. And we want to, we're being the victim again. We're being the victim again. And I was telling the kid earlier, man, we move as if we have rights. You see what I'm saying? We move if we have equal rights as any other group. We move as if we are bulletproof, quote unquote bulletproof, like any other group. You know what I'm saying? We fighting to get there, but in the meantime, your job is to protect your kids at all times. You know what I'm saying? and protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Survive any encounter you come with the police. Just real quick, man. I know y'all said, but yeah, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? I had learned that, you know, basically both sides call the police. You see what I'm saying? The girl called the police. The other side, they call the police on each other. You see what I'm saying? And I tell you what happened. I tell you what the fuck exactly what happened. These girls in the fight, her parents was out there with her. They was out there with the kids fighting. We've seen that shit 1,000 times, man. When we be outside, our mom be outside cheering us on. Our daddy be outside cheering us on. It's just a big ass shit fest. You know what I'm saying? When niggas outside wanting to see some fighting. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's what I saw. And I've seen it 1,000
right.
times.
It happens all the time.
Part of our culture. If somebody fighting, the whole neighborhood outside.
That's just like on Facebook. You see a fight on Facebook, you go watch that, but you don't watch you don't watch the stuff that means something.
Exactly. So we all outside. So that's basically what we doing, man. We all outside. We all cheering on. And see what bothered me. This what bothered me. And then I would say you see the dude get out. You see the fight come to his feet. She said the cop says what's going on. The girl comes out with a knife. You can clearly see the knife, and it's it. Okay. Probably took 10 seconds for all this to happen. You feel me? What I'm saying is this. I like to look at what led up to this. I like to look up, you know what I'm saying, the meat of the story. I like to try to figure out what could have been done differently. And I also want black people to understand, it's just people of color, period, but most of black people, I'm addressing black people here. Is, man, you got to understand, you have to move as if, you know what I'm saying, you know the police are gonna kill you. You feel me? And in that situation, the reason I say, dude won't that cop's not gonna do a day in jail.
No, I don't think so either. You know I feel like it'll be justified.
Yeah, he's not gonna do a day in jail, okay? Because you ran out with a weapon after you called the police. When you call the police and you're inside of your home and everybody's outside, at that point there was no threat as far as you go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was in the house, she called the police. She went back outside and attacked. Once she distanced herself from the situation, there was no longer a threat. She had called the police. You wait in the house until the police get there. If you had to call the police, that means there's a threat. You see what I'm saying? If nobody's trying to come in your house and run up in your shit and get you, you stay put and you wait till the police come. But what you don't do is wait until the police come up, attack the girl with a knife. Because then here's the thing. You stab that girl, somebody say bring out a taser. Let's say the taser doesn't work, she still is able to, stab the girl. The girl dies, and the police has no choice but to shoot her ass too. So that's 2 lives lost. So I look at it like I'm always looking at everything. I'm not thinking with emotions. I'm not thinking about this as a black and white thing. I'm thinking of this as a, you know what I'm saying? Somebody had put it up. If you was a cop, what would you have done? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Would you have been like so controlled? I know they trained, but really, you see him attacking another girl with a knife. You know what I'm saying? Would you shoot? Or would you tase? Would you this? Would you that? It's just so many scenarios. And at the end of the day, that girl fucking, you know what I'm saying? When that girl came out with that knife, she had put the stamp on her own death right there.
I say, in my opinion, and I agree. So, with what you're saying, you know what I mean? 100%. Now, I do feel if I was in that policeman's shoes, I probably would have shot as well. And the reason being is what it looked like, what I feel like it looked like to him, just based off the video I watched. The girl rushed the other girl with the knife. That girl fell, and now she's rushing towards the police officer with a knife in her hand looking like this. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I probably would have in that situation pulled the trigger as well. You know what I mean? It's a safety matter once you see that knife coming towards you. You know what I mean? And that's what they're taught to.
I really don't even think I think he just saw the knife because when they fell near him, to me, maybe I have to look at it again. It didn't appear to me that he was, that she was coming at him with a knife. She came from the side, and she was definitely because somebody had freeze framed it, and she clearly had the knife finna pull it on the girl. You see what I'm saying?
You can see him when
just
he down on the ground.
and then
He moved the
just
life out the way and everything.
Yeah, and then the daddy crying. And that's what really pisses me off. Out of all this, like everything is tragic. Not to disrespect the family, not to disrespect the girl. But what pissed me off is what the daddy did, man. You just gonna shoot my dog? Okay. You already failed her from the jump because obviously you didn't put her on game. You know what I'm saying? You could have been diffused the situation. That's your job as a father to protect your kid. You see what I'm saying? And in my opinion, that father failed his child that day. And all he did was cry after. You know what I'm saying? He went in victim mode after he had failed his kids. Maybe it's guilt. Because, bro, if you out there, you was out there wanting to watch your kid fight. You was out there with you weren't really doing nothing to break it up, in my opinion. People gonna say other shit, and then they get into their feelings about what the police said after. It's over now. You feel me? Let me tell you what's gonna happen. He's not gonna do a day in jail. The girl is still gonna be dead. We still gonna be.
No, we still gonna be.
No, I'm bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a bad internet connection in this garage. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I like doing it late. It just like, I gotta be in the house where it's some things I gotta move around. You sound like me. Hold on.
Well, I mean, while you getting all that together, I mean, I guess I put my 2 cents in for what it's worth. I mean, the first time I saw this video really was this morning. I put the status up. You know what I'm saying? I just had been scrolling through something. I'm like, no, what's going on? Everybody just seen it. George Floyd. I let Sean walk through his crib. You know what I'm saying? You got everything on.
I can't. The internet bad.
But, why you ain't talking?
You good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. I got a better connection. I ain't going nowhere now.
Just mute while you ain't talking.
Huh?
Just mute while you're not talking.
You see where I'm at? You stay on face out my phone. Get on my nerves.
But now, all I really say about myself, it really was shocking.
All right, go ahead.
Cool, yeah. So like I said, we just heard the whole verdict of George Floyd. We had just talked about this on the Zoom yesterday. You know what I'm saying how it was feel. Then I seen the video. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at it more than once. One, I don't even like looking at the damn videos. I'm tired of seeing these shits. So I put a post that, you know what I'm saying, I'm just tired of it. Really, I'm tired of it all together. And I come back to that later. But I took a look at the video, watched it more than once, kind of analyzed everything. And like Sean, like when I talked to Sean as well, we said we broke everything down, like with emotions. Like when you take emotions out of it, man, it's a really ugly situation, man. It's a really ugly situation. But something else that we talked about that, you know what I'm saying, strongly highlighted too, man, is that man, the problem started, man. Like these problems start before the police even got there, man. Like it was so many areas in that situation, man, that it could have changed the outcome of all that. You know what I'm saying? But instead of us deciding to take those routes, man, we took these routes that we are accustomed to, which is going to follow into what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? Take these routes that we are accustomed to. And these routes that we're accustomed to, man, these situations that we end up in, we expect something to be different. We expect a different outcome from the situation, but it's not going to change. Like the outcomes are not different. The situations are still the same. Like it's the definition of insanity, right? To keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. I mean, granted, like I said, we did get the whole verdict. George Floyd case, but that's the aftermath. We need to work on stopping it before it even gets there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so many different levels that it takes to finally get to that level that it shouldn't even have happened. Like, right? Like for instance, like if it's say for instance, if I'm outside and I see somebody that I know fighting, you know what I'm saying? And I run up. One, I'm not sitting here, I'm not pulling out my phone, I'm not recording, I'm not doing all that, man. No, right? And even if in a sense the fight has gone on for a while and the police is on the way, you know what I'm saying? When the police get there, what's the first thing I'm doing? I'm breaking that shit up. I'm getting everybody that I know involved out of the way, out of harm's matter. You know what I'm saying? We diffusing the situation, right? We trying to get it calmed down before they even get over there because we are as people and what we've been throughout our years of being here, you know what I'm saying? We already know that in these situations, they don't turn out good for us. So if they don't turn out good for us, why continue to do things and then put ourselves in these situations when we expect a different outcome? We're not getting them, so why keep expecting them? Like we have to learn, like Sean said, one thing we do have to do, we have to learn to move like the police is gonna kill us, and that's sad. That's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. That's how we think. But if we don't move like that, then look at the outcomes. For instance, you ride motorcycles, I ride motorcycles, right? What's one thing you gotta learn about that motorcycle before you get on that bike? Is it will what?
It'll kill you.
It'll kill you. It's the same thing we gotta move whenever we out here in America. So when we get on that bike, right? We go on that bike. We don't get on that bike. We don't act crazy. We ain't foolish. We ain't stupid.
Hold on. Let's correct that. I don't act crazy.
Look, let me say it. Every now and then when it's open, but listen to how I'm gonna say this. Every now and then when there's an opening, you know what I'm saying, or when there's a chance we just gotta release, we might release, you know what I'm saying? But when everything is hectic and it's all the traffic is going on, you got people here, you got the police there, you got everything going on. Are we out there acting stupid on their bike? No, why? Because it's gonna kill us.
One small mistake, and it could be the one millisecond of you not paying attention and you not handling business the way you're supposed to can be the second where you're gone.
Exactly, bro. So before it even gets that far, bro, we have to learn, man. We gotta change the way we move before we even get there. It shouldn't even have
exactly. And that's what I was saying, man. We got to move before we get like this shit, like our culture, man. And I know it's things that lead up to it. And I don't put every black person the same, you know what I'm saying, in the same breath. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're not a monolith. You know, it's different people. You got your ashy class, you got your hood rat class. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't like to do is just group all black people together.
No,
everybody ain't gonna make it.
Not the same.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not. That's what I'm not gonna do. If it's some crime over there, man, don't tell me that's black people crime. That's crime in every, you know what I'm saying, race. There's crime in every group. You're never gonna stop crime. It's just that, you know, as a whole, man, we just gotta change our way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Change our way of thinking as far as how we expect to be treated, and versus how we are going to be treated. You get pulled over by the motherfucking cop. Yes, sir, officer.
Respect the cop.
Good officer. Yeah. Do you want to go downtown, officer? Hey, you feel me?
Like that's crazy because I had a situation. I got pulled over.
Tell you.
It's been about 3 weeks ago. I got pulled over. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed off. I ain't gonna cap. I was pissed off because I knew I wasn't doing nothing wrong. And dude, I watched him do a U-turn in the middle of Ringo Road, man. Just he pulled me over. He was like, "Oh, I pulled you over because you had your bright lights on." I was like, "What?" I ain't never heard of getting pulled over because you got bright lights on. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of me getting mad, I kept my cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, sir. Okay, I do apologize. I didn't know I couldn't have them on. He asked me, first thing he asked me, he said, do you have a firearm in the car? I told him straight up, yes, I do. Yeah, I got one. It's in my glove box. It is loaded. You know, and then he asked me a couple of questions. I answered the questions, showed him my ID and my insurance, and I was out of there. And it was all because of the way I reacted to him. Now, if I would have said one smart word to him, I promise you I would have been out the car on the ground looking stupid.
You know what I'm saying? Over for? Bro, don't even go there.
And the reason why I was thinking in my head, check this out, but it's funny because I remember you told me that, but I just thought about this when I had got my Mustang. I don't even ride with my fog lights on my Mustang no more because I love the way my fog lights look and everything in the setup at night, right? The reason why I don't ride with that on no more, when I was just doing like that night, I wanted to go do Uber delivery because I was like, man, let me get out and just ride my car, see how it gets. And I was like, well, I'm out, see if I make a little bit of money in the process, right? So I signed up for that night, did it. When I did it, bro, I got pulled over. And the reason why I got pulled over because he said I had my fog lights on. He said I had my brights on. I said, sir, they're my fog lights. It comes with the whole setup of the car. Well, it was like, well, they're the bright lights. You're not supposed to be riding with those. I'm like, but it's with the setup of the car. But like you said, the way I reacted to the situation, hello, sir, how you doing?
This ain't.
Yes, this is that.
It's not the time.
Nah, bro, I can't do that because I know if I do that,
exactly, bro. It's not the time. It's not time to play lawyer at that point, man. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like I hate those videos. You know those videos on YouTube where they'll be like giving you examples of how to talk shit to the police or how to, finesse the police and everything like that. Like what? Oh, that's how you get shot. You feel me? They're trying to set you up to get your head blown off, man.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I had an encounter where I should have went to jail. I know I should have went to jail. I was coming back from a party. It was on the 4th. I think it was on 4th of July, New Year's, a couple years ago. I got pulled over by 3 state troopers. 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Right there, coming off of Main Street, when you go up, like you going back over the ridge to Brainerd, back in the Brainerd area. I was on that hill right there. And I had to pull over because I had to throw up. I was that drunk. I opened the car door. I threw up. As soon as I threw up, they cut the lights on. I didn't even know they was behind me. That's how I thought I was. And I got out of that situation just by being calm and just talking like I normally would to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Where you coming from?" You know what I'm saying? Asking me questions or whatnot. And I told him straight up. He said, "Man, look, I went to a party. I was down the road. I was at a party. Yes, I'm drunk. I'm 2 streets away from my house. I've been driving as sensible and as calmly as possible. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm over the limit, blah, blah, blah. I even told the cop I was over the limit. I knew I was over the limit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow you to the house. And he literally got behind me and followed me home. 2 streets, literally. A situation where anybody else would have went to jail just off GP, got a DUI, everything. Because I didn't react like a quote unquote ninja. I went home instead of going downtown. You feel me? Like, and I feel like it's a time and place for everything because, I've been one to act out and I've been one to be put in a cell for a night or two. You know what I'm saying? For me being stupid and not understanding the situation and what could come of the situation. And that I feel like that's what happens with a lot of the things that we see on in the media now. You know what I'm saying? Not every time. You know what I'm saying? I am definitely not saying every single time because I know for a fact it's not every single time. But majority of the time, it's the way we approach the situation that puts us in a bad situation that we can't get out of just like any other time. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like you said, once it goes down, then we want to play the victim and not actually look at how we reacted or what we did to create that situation at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And that in itself is something that we have to, take the time to reverse our thinking in that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to take responsibility for what you do and how you react to things and, the way you move. And until you change the way you move, like you said, you're going to get the same outcome every single time.
We just not afforded the luxury of making young mistakes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, man, it's the kids get killed. If you think about the last, 2 nationally, televised killers or, just killers that got that kind of coverage, they were kids. One was a 13-year-old,
Knoxville,
13-year-old Hispanic kid, and another 16-year-old girl.
So the kid in Brazil, man, have y'all seen that video? They released the video today.
I don't want to watch that video because there's no way I can't justify that man saying he was grabbing a taser and he grabbed a Glock. I can't justify that.
Some of the lady?
Nah, the kid in Knoxville at Austin East.
Oh, somebody else got shot? I ain't even hear about this.
Yeah, he was a kid at Austin East High School.
Hey man, look, I ain't trying to look. I don't want to put the the tinfoil hat on, man. But man, when it comes to these cops, bro, when it comes to just the system of white supremacy, man, bro, I thank these folk, man, when they take an L. I think cops as a whole, white supremacy as a whole, took an L You know what I'm saying, with that George Floyd case. They took a L. So ain't it funny that as soon as that happened, it's like boom, 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 back to back to back.
Well, but the thing in Knoxville happened
It already happened.
before this.
They just not showing it. Yeah, I got
No,
you.
they didn't. No, we've been knowing about
They
it for a
released
couple
the
of weeks
video
now.
today.
They released the video for it today. I haven't
Okay.
seen the video. I think I need to go watch that. I haven't seen that video, and
I'll show you, man. I mean, like,
Well, what happened? Like, what you said it was a little girl?
I don't like.
no, it was a kid. It was a boy.
But
What happened to him? What did he do? What happened?
man, so listen, Sean, I'm taking all emotion now, right? All emotion. Kid carries a gun in school. Police confronts him about the gun. A bullet around is fired off. Police shoot back. Kid's dead.
So did the round come from the kid though?
Let me finish now. No, I mean, not let me finish. Let me go deeper into it. It's one more level. First thing I heard when I watched it was so that the kid was in the bathroom stall. The police were trying to get him out of the stall. He would not come out of the stall. Okay. And when he wouldn't come out of the stall, a shot was fired. When a shot was fired, the police returned fire. One officer was shot, and the child was killed. All right. Update. The bullet that was fired that hit the officer that was shot, who happened to be the officer for the school, was not fired from the kid's gun. His gun wasn't the one that fired the shot that hit the officer. Watch the video, the little like hour segment that this woman has put up on them, just breaking it down second by second, meter by meter, like all that everything what happened. The guy wasn't even in the bathroom stall, man. Like he was, they were trying to get a hold of his hands. He had a hoodie on, bro. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to get his hand. He was in the bathroom, and there was a stall behind him, but he wasn't in no stall. They painted a picture like he was sitting in the stall with the stall there closed. That ain't what happened. He was standing up. He was outside the stall. He had a hoodie on, and it did look like he had a gun in his this hoodie pouch part right here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, the officers are grabbing him, and you can hear the officer, bro, saying, no, don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can hear him talking, bro. And he's like, my bad, y'all, my bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can hear him trying to, you know what I'm saying, everything was trying to be de-escalated at first. You know what I'm saying? You can hear this from what I seen. I watched it once or twice. Next thing you know, a shot's fired. And the reason why you can tell a shot was fired because you can see a hole in the trash can that wasn't there before. She'll break it down in the video. When a shot was fired, everything starts to get a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, aggressive because, you know, a gunshot just went off. Then you get them pushed forward, you hear another shot, wow, you hear another one, kiss floor, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I cut it off at that because I don't care. I don't care to see the suffering. Like, what's done is done. So,
yeah.
From once again going back to what we said, bro. Like when we had that conversation earlier, I had already seen this video, bro. So just go back to what we said. Like there's so many things that failed in that video, bro. Like there's so many things that went wrong. Man, let's start here, bro. Why are kids in a position where they feel like they even want to take a gun to school? Bro?
Well, I mean that's a whole nother, you know.
But yeah,
I see what you're saying. That's a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? Set of circumstances why this kid got a gun in that school.
And we'll never know the true answer to that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he was going through. Nothing.
We don't know. We don't know what the hell was going on.
We don't know the true answer to that. But what I'm saying is this: in his state of mind, why did he feel like he had to do that? Now, what I said like that. On top of that, now fast forward when you watch the video. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by the video what kind of background he comes from. So you got an idea what happened. You feel me? We ain't stupid, but we all seen it. We ain't stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're outside of that, bro. Why do we feel like it's okay? That's my thing. Why do we feel like it's okay to take that gun to school, bro? Why do you feel like it's okay?
That starts at home, man.
Exactly, bro. So
It
it goes
starts
back.
at
That's a whole
It
that's why I said
goes back
that's
to
a
what I'm
whole
saying,
nother.
bro. Like as a whole, bro, we failing before we even get there, bro.
I mean, that's that right there, man. We can go all type of ways with that. You know what I'm saying,
Man.
and try to break down why we feel like it's okay, or why society, or why not society, but our culture feels like that's okay to be able to take a gun to school or carry a gun at the age of 15, 16, 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's an everyday thing. But I mean, the end all beat all of that is that starts at home. That starts with the parents making sure they're breaking those cycles that we've been going through from day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit didn't just start. You know what I'm saying? It's been happening. People,
Nah,
they've been carrying guns all day, every day since teenagers, and hell, before teenagers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? For some time now, is but it takes the father. I'm not even gonna say the mother. It takes fathers being in the household to teach that boy that this isn't the way that you gotta go. You know what I'm
That's a,
saying?
like you said, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, it
Like
is. It is. It's
I
a
feel
whole
like
other
that's a
thing.
whole.
You know, but
That's
I feel
that's
like
so you peeling back.
I feel like it's a
You
lack of
peeling back
fathers.
so many layers. I
we
Yeah,
mean,
peeling
and
back
we
the
not. And
layers,
this
bro.
is these are layers. You know, this is something that we've all, you know, what I'm saying, addressed. We've all talked about, you know, fathers and homes, the black family. Dude,
Yeah,
it's so much to
I
deal
like
with
to say
just when you
though.
talk about the. Yeah, when you talk about, I'm just talking about the black family, this society, soft genocide. I'm talking about the way in media how they portray our kids. Our kids are not even kids anymore. Our kids are viewed as
no,
grown ups.
they're not.
It's just
Hey,
so
hey,
But
much
then
like
too,
so
have
Sean,
you
so look,
noticed? Have you
so look,
noticed?
hey
Tell me
Sean,
this.
look, hey,
What's up?
real quick. So while we here, man, let's not waste your time. You know what I'm saying? While we here, let's not waste your time. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it, man. Let's speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's really talk about it. You feel me?
hell
That's what
yeah, hell yeah.
we talk about it. Because
So
if we
so
don't,
so
we what we doing is we walking around and we peeling back the layers. But let's just jump straight to it, man. What our culture's fucked up. Why? You
It is, and
know what I'm
it's
saying?
well
because
see yeah well see so here's the thing. What's your definition of our culture? You see what I'm saying? Because you got different cultures. You
Okay,
got different
okay.
what you would call
Let me
different
say this.
cultures.
Let
So
me
when
say
I
this.
look at it, when I say cultures, I say you may have okay. Let's say this is different. I say you come from a family where you have Jamaican parents, or you live in New York and you in this subgroup or this subgroup. When I say cultures, when I say black people, I'm not talking about you coming from another country, black people. I'm talking about black people that's of America,
yeah, yes,
African
Yeah,
American.
yes,
okay,
Not
yeah.
okay.
no second generation Nigerian or no, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people that grew up in this motherfucker, who got
Because
parents who grew up in this
I
motherfucker,
will tell
and who
you,
got parents who grew up in this motherfucker. That's what I mean. It's because when you say culture, some people don't hold like an African, they are black, we all black,
hell
but
yeah,
their culture it's not gonna be the
they
same
think
as
their way of thinking is way different than
it's
ours.
way different than ours.
Way
So
different than
when we
ours.
say our culture, you got to be careful with just pointing everybody into our culture. And our culture, we do got a hood rat
African
class.
American culture.
Yeah, we do got a hood rat class. But I just think for the most part, man, when we look at these, when something happens in our culture, when something negative happens in our culture, I think it's magnified. You see what I'm saying? I think when something happens in our culture, we always quick to say, "Man, we got to stop doing that. We got to do better." When it's like not really, you know what I'm saying? It's like we improving every day. We improving every year. We improving every decade. But when you got a system that like at every turn, when you try to quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, grab yourself by the bootstrap, we got a system at every turn that tries to chop your feet from under you each time you do try to come up. It's like God damn. You feel me? So it's just like you said. That's why I said it's just so much. There's so many things that lead to, you know what I'm saying, where we are as a culture. If you say that, you know what I'm saying. There's so
Yeah,
many things that lead to, why our babies get killed, or why we get killed, or why we demonize them in the media. You feel what I'm saying? Because man, it's just
because
so much, bro. We just looked
it's
at as it's just that's why I'm saying it's just so much. I know we here to talk about it, but man, it's just so many different things. Um, it's just a lot. it's so much, man. You gotta do a damn 100 part. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do a 100 part to just be able to attack everything. And
Yeah, I mean, and that's
it always starts with the house.
and that's something us as African Americans, and just to touch. Matter of fact, let me back up a second, just to touch on your point, as far as how we have so many different subgroups of black people. You know what I'm saying? Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans, Nigerian, all that. We got all of them. And the funny thing is, what kills me is the major difference in how the other subcultures think compared to the way African Americans think and the way that we do things. You're telling me we sit here as a people in America, but these people come from different countries. They'll come here and be millionaires.
Hold on, wait. Stop there. Wait, hold on. Stop there. Now, so African Americans built this motherfucker from the ground.
Yes.
Do you hear what I'm saying? We're not from Africa.
No.
I got parents that my mama's from Africa, but my dad is from you know what I'm saying,
exactly.
From Chattanooga, Tennessee. So when you talk about foundation, your folks, your mama, your daddy was born in this motherfucker. Built this bitch.
Yeah, I'm not.
We ain't ran from the war.
No.
We built this bitch up. We never fought.
That's not what I'm saying.
We built this bitch up. No, I'm just saying, let me finish. We built this motherfucker up from the ground. So when you say other people was sent over here and they millionaires, that's because they only sent their best over here. Nigga, if you sent all our scholars and our lawyers and everything to Africa, bro, our little group gonna look real good. But what I'm talking about is the shit that you built. Why Africa so fucked up? That's your shit. Why your country fucked up? Like when Trump said shit.
And what I'm saying, and what I'm trying to say, I'm not saying that we don't have millionaires and we don't have scholars. That's not what I'm saying by any means.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the difference in the way people think. Over here, a lot of us get complacent. You know what I'm saying?
But I believe that's every culture. But like you said, once again, I wouldn't say like our people get complacent. I wouldn't say that our subgroup gets complacent because, like you said, man, even the Asian community. If you're looking at the Asian community, man, only the best come here to America. If you go back to some of these Asian countries, bro, and you see the bullshit that's going on in these countries. These other groups will have some nerd come in and talk about how black people are. Some nerd.
Yeah,
and let me tell you something.
I can agree with that.
You come here to our shit. This is our shit, bro. This is our shit. We put this bitch from scratch. This is our shit. You come here to get better. You ran from where you were. You ain't had nothing popping where you was at. You ain't had nothing going on where you was at. You left. You left that.
I can agree with that.
Motherfucker to get better schooling. You didn't stay in Nigeria. What's wrong with the schooling in your country?
They ain't got no books. And that, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but they ain't got no books.
Man, I ain't shitting on nobody's culture, but let's just be real. When you go to fucking India, bro, don't let some motherfucking Indians that's already in America talk shit, because like I said, that's a select. That's the best of the best that are here. Man, you go to India, you think the opioid crisis here? Boy, India fucked up with the opioid crisis. So that's like that shade, that whole model citizen shit that's going on, because you only have the best. My parents, so this is the story you always hear from an immigrant, because we not fucking immigrants, okay? We didn't come to this we didn't come here by choice. We didn't come here to settle. There was nothing here when we got here. We built this bitch from the ground up, and every other group came later on once this shit got going. You feel me?
I'm with you.
Civil War, we fought the Civil War, so all these other little groups can come over here and get it, and so their mama can leave from wherever they came from. I'm a second generation or third generation Indian. Well, if it wasn't for us, your daddy couldn't even came over here and got the, you know what I'm saying, got the set aside and shit that you got. Because that was all fought in the Civil War. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, some of these people come in here and work hard. Some of these people did, was a part of building America. Yeah, but I'm talking about from the foundation of this bitch. Bro, we built this motherfucker. So I tell black people, don't ever discredit your lineage.
And
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely hope that's not how you took that, because I wasn't
No, no,
disrespecting
no, no, no.
anybody.
No, I'm just talking about people because I know a lot of people be like, man, niggas ain't. How come Indians can come over here? How come Asians come over here and thrive and this and that? We
And
can't get our shit
my
together.
my whole thing behind that
Yeah.
is, yeah, they send their best over here. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
look at. I can only go off people I know. Let me go off people I know. I got a friend who came over here. You know what I'm saying? He been over here for I think 20 years, 30 years. He
Yeah.
might, you know what I'm saying? He about our age. You know what I'm saying? He came young, but the way and we have parents in our culture that are this way. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the majority of our parents aren't this way, in my opinion. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we have these generational situations that we continue to have.
Mm-hmm.
So these people came, they did what they had to do. They worked their asses off, right?
Of course.
They took their kid. This kid got the best education.
Mm-hmm.
This kid has done. He learned how to work hard. He didn't fucking. He wasn't one of those kids that was spoon fed. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm.
like some of us weren't spoon fed and shit like that. But they gave him the best education, gave him the tools that he needed to succeed.
Okay.
Where this kid is now 36 years old and a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was a multi-millionaire when all us worked at the same locations.
Sorry,
Yeah.
look.
Hold
Let me
on,
stop for a second.
hold on
Let
one
me ask,
second.
hey,
Yeah.
look, seriously, let me ask you a question. Look, actually, let me paint a picture. Walk with me for a second, y'all. I've sat back and I've listened to everything y'all said. Check me out for a second. Walk with me, right? Because I'm about to talk about both of your points, right? Check this out. When all of us were kids, right? But what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to play football.
All right, Sean, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Who knows, man? Want to be a damn. I want to be an actor.
He wanted to be a Chippendale, man.
I want to be an actor. Now, for real, I want to be a Hollywood actor. That's what I want to be when I was a kid.
And,
So look,
hey, and the way you are, bro, you could have done that shit, fool. 100.
Hey, man.
so let me ask y'all this: what is the highest paid industry for African Americans?
Sports.
Entertainment.
Sports and entertainment. Yep.
Sports and
I mean,
entertainment,
well,
right?
sports is a part of entertainment, so yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, that's why I said it's the same thing, right? They're tying together. So the reason why I said that, with that being the highest paid industry, bro, why do you think we're so catered to that, bro? Why do you think we want to do that? Because that's what we're raised to do, right? When I grew up, you know what I wanted to be real shit? I wanted to be a lawyer. Do you know the only reason why I wanted to be a lawyer? Because my godfather was a lawyer and I knew what a lawyer was and how much money he made.
Mm-hmm.
So my aspirations had nothing to do with, I'm saying, what I see every day, or what was forced in front of me. I ain't gonna say forced, what was
Okay,
I,
okay.
I was showing something different. I was like, damn,
So
really?
time out before you go any further, because what you're saying right now, and Sean noticed, I had a granddad that was a state senator and a state representative.
Let me
You
also
know,
finish.
so I had that. I know. I just want to stop you before you get too far because it touches on what you just said. I had that in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I was with my granddaddy 90% of the time. You know, man got bridges named after him in the Kappa houses, represented at the Kappa houses, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but at the same time, I wasn't forced to say that I wanted to play football.
You are.
Nobody forced that on
I'm
me.
speaking. I'm speaking from a majority in a
Yeah,
culture movement.
I get that. I get that. But I'm just
So
saying,
ride with
you
me.
can still
Ride with me.
That's who
The
our
reason why I
heroes are.
I'm about to flip
The
the script, right?
sports.
exactly.
How many kids that are not of color are in communities where their next door neighbor is a doctor, the person down the street is a lawyer, the person across the street is a veterinarian. Look at the neighborhoods they grow up in. Look at the people they grow up around. Look at what they're surrounded around. Look at their environment compared to what our environment is, right? And you're only a product of your environment. That's proven, bro. Unfortunately, but then every now and then there's numbers like me You and Sean, bro. There's numbers like us who escape that, but we're talking about the majority right now. We're
But
talking
that goes back. You said you're a product of your environment. Yeah, you can't American set up a new environment for yourself. What I'm talking about is what if they had stayed in an environment that is of their culture? You feel me?
Oh,
So what if they would have
So,
stayed in
so
their
like,
original environment? We're not talking about the American dream. We're not talking about where you ran from. 'Cause that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna still say that's where you
now,
ran because
to
you
what
did
you saying,
you
Sean,
dipped. You dipped.
So, to your
You
point,
got out
Sean,
of there.
to your point, Sean, right?
Yeah.
To your point, yes, they do send the best over here. I agree with you on that. Why would you waste your time on anything else but sending the best over here, right? But when
But
they're
here's the
best,
thing. Before you say that. So here's the thing. If you're a product of your environment, what are we trying to do with our environment? We trying to better our environment.
but no, what are we
Okay.
doing with it? What are we
Why
doing
did
with
no
it?
other group? Why these other groups to try to better their environment instead of coming here?
I kind of, I'll say
Because
this. I kind of feel like that's their goal at the end is they send them over
better their
here to
environment.
be able to make the money and send back
Better their
home to
environment.
be able
So
to
check
better
this
the
out.
environment.
So check this
I'm
out.
telling you.
What other group could have been enslaved and still be here?
Hold on,
Hell,
let me before I go that far though,
What other group could have did what we
listen,
did?
son, before we go that
Think
far,
about what we did, bro. Look,
piggyback
shit.
off that.
Built this bitch
Hey,
for free to now where we at. Who else
listen,
could have did
son,
that?
we
Who
can
else ever
piggyback
done
off that.
that?
But let me say one thing though. Let me say one thing. We're gonna piggyback.
Nobody.
We're gonna
Yeah, go
ride with
ahead.
that. We're gonna ride with that. Listen, but before we ride with that, check this shit out though, for real.
Yeah.
When they come over to America, boo, what is their mindset, bro? Their mindset is to what?
it is to. I feel like it is to get to better themselves so that
That's
they can take.
everybody's mindset. Yeah, of course.
It's nothing but being productive and moving fucking forward. No, nothing stopping them, right? Our
Exactly.
problem
And
is
sometimes, and most of the time, they ain't got no choice. If you
they
coming from
don't.
another country, you got to get on your grind.
Hey, look at this shit.
So
Look at how many people that's in poverty in our culture, but they ain't got no choice to get the fuck out, but they don't get out.
no,
You
no,
know what
Yeah.
I'm
no.
saying?
You can.
Our
Oh,
mindset,
the government. You
our
ain't got to
mindset as
like
a
here.
culture, but has to change, bro. Like
But I'm saying though, you can be a
wait,
lazy.
we
So
can say
what I'm
this shit
saying
is
is,
advanced,
I'm
but
like that. Once again, there's gonna be a lazy class, a hood rat class in
it
every
is.
country in this world, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Black people have never left what we built. Do you understand? America
Don't say look,
is
look.
new.
Don't say black people. Say African Americans.
African Americans,
African Americans.
Man,
okay,
say people
African
of color.
Americans
Say people of
have
color.
never.
Y'all want to
I don't
speak.
say I don't say broad terms like people of color. Because let me tell you something. People of color, if I get my head built in the street, it's
Okay.
only
Go.
gonna be black people in the street first with me. It's only gonna be black people in the street crying for
Mexicans ain't
me,
gonna be out there with
shedding
you.
tears.
Hey,
Ain't
African
nobody,
American.
everybody
African
like the
American.
whole Asian thing that they trying to push now. And it's crazy. Somebody was talking about this today. So you know with the whole stop Asian hate, same thing with Black Lives Matter. We're not gonna get into Black Lives Matter, but I'm gonna say this. If you look at Black Lives Matter, man, there is no. Have you ever heard anybody say, everybody like, well, all life matter, all life matter. But have you ever heard anybody say, stop all hate?
No.
You see what I'm saying? So when the Asian got their little movement going on with stop Asian hate, the first thing I'm thinking, damn, if people out here, you know what I'm saying, busting Asian in the head, they need to stop that. Yeah, stop Asian hate. That's fucked up, right? Never in my mind would I would have said, stop all hate as a rebuttal to what they say. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, when black people did that shit, Black Lives Matter.
All
All
that.
lives matter. What? Did you understand how ridiculous that is? So, bro,
Man,
that's
look,
what I'm
bro.
Say,
saying, bro.
but
It's like
we're the
All
we get
only.
that
lives don't
shit.
man. Look, man. It's real
We
simple. All
We
lives
get
don't
that shit
matter.
from all
All lives matter.
sides,
hold
bro.
on. Hold
We
on.
get that jump from all sides, bro. And then the Asian community, man, we like 50% of their damn economic base. The hair care industry is like $1 billion industry. But at the same time, when you look at the other, they don't keep that same energy. So it's like this false narrative that black people are attacking Asian people, but in my opinion, it's a false narrative. That's not what's going on. You in the hood, you set your businesses up in the hood. With poverty is directly connected to crime, bruh. If you in the hood, where you gonna get robbed. You know what I'm saying? If you in an economic deprived area, you may get shot at. It may happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of these Asians set up shop. They set up shop in the hood. Then you got a language barrier.
They do that because of the situation.
You still can't target a specific community, but you still.
And we can't even see you, Q.
Hey, son, you can't target them.
Man, bro, it's dog in the hood. Everybody get, bro.
You know how many convenient gas stations in the hood, bro? But they don't go rob all of them on the same.
You a damn lie. Not the I grew up in.
What you talking about? Rob all of them. Everybody get robbed.
But just to what he said, the hood I grew up in, every convenience store has been robbed. Every food place has been robbed. I have been shot at for no reason. It's just that type of situation.
Bro, niggas die every day, B.
That's everyday. This everyday stuff where I grew up.
Shit in the hood, bro. Right. So if you got your business in the hood, bro, you gonna get robbed. Straight up.
We can now.
But I said this to say this. I ain't gonna get on the whole.
We can hear you now, kid.
Stop age of hate. I ain't caping for it. But we still can't hear you. Oh, bro.
Hey, his voice got a little like it's biting.
No. That's what we were born with. That's what you supposed to have. Listen, bro. So I can't hear you. I ain't gonna look. But this is what I'm saying, Boo, since he get himself together. So what I'm saying is this, bro. Well, the first thing black people need to do is focus on black people, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have empathy for every other group. Trust me. Stop Asian hate. Stop Latin hate. Stop brown. Stop all this shit. It's fucked up. So here's the thing.
Yeah, hear me now.
But I'm not going to. What I'm not going to do is. What I'm going to start doing is keeping that same energy, because I can't. That's just like somebody who got 5 badass kids, and there's somebody else with 4, 5 badass kids, and I'm trying to take care of my kids. I'm also trying to go over there and take care of somebody else's, some stranger's kids. But that stranger don't never help me with my kids.
Yeah, so they don't get the same type of energy at all.
I give you all this energy, and you ain't giving me nothing.
So, hey, look, listen up. Hold on, real quick. Hey, I love everything we're talking about, and I definitely want to continue this. But it's getting late.
I gotta go to bed.
My computer dying. Let's just be real.
Can you motherfuckers hear me yet?
Yeah, but I said
you dropped the ball.
We gonna continue this. We gonna continue this conversation. This week's episode. Let's continue this conversation.
I want to say one thing.
What's that?
Is yes, convenience stores in the hood where I grew up, they got robbed. But they did get out robbed on the same motherfucking day. That's robbers. That's the
man. Shut up. Hey man, if you got a shot, let's hold it up right quick.
Oh, I ain't got no shot, man. I got a shot of water.
Hey, get that shot up really quick, man. Up to it.
Down to it.
Don't do it.
We do it.
No used
to it.
So drink, my nigga, drink. Hey, great conversation, fellas. I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.
All right, bro.